Liam Chenery's here for today's episode. This is, by the way, we're doing this episode half because we wanted Liam Chenery on, partly because James is partying this weekend. No, he's not available this weekend.
Don't run the bus.
I'm joking. Anyway, do the update quickly first. That's week 7 for me, second last week. I went over my calories on Monday and Tuesday. I know bad me, but I'm back on the bandwagon now. I'm catching up by doing extra cardio, so I'm doing all the bad work I've done. Other than that, I feel pretty crap. And I'm just looking for the luck, getting. Well, I'm trying to be honest here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna power through for the last 10 days. It's been horrible. Alright, so what we're gonna do basically gonna run questions for Liam. Hello, how are you, Liam?
I'm great. I have no idea about the questions. I'm a little concerned from the smile that he's had since I've got here. But we'll see what they are. Fingers crossed they're not too bad.
Alright, from the top. I feel like we're in fucking primary school. Where'd you grow up, Liam?
So it's a bit about me first?
Yeah, a bit about you. Sorry, go.
Newcastle, so 2 hours north of Sydney. Grew up there and moved to Sydney about 2.5 years ago.
2.5 years ago. Yeah, okay, cool. 2.5 years ago.
About that.
You like it?
It's different.
Yeah.
I love Newcastle for the more slower kind of
sort of
pace,
your slowness. Yeah.
more relaxed. But Sydney's where with where I want to go and what I want to do with my business. So that's ideally why I made the change.
Yeah, fair enough. Quick question. So what brought you to fitness, but more importantly, what brought you to bodybuilding?
Fitness, I think playing sport when I was younger. Started playing soccer, but then moved to league, played touch footy. It's always been quite athletic. Athletic carnivals and all that stuff. And then I guess started training the gym when I was about 17 because I was playing rugby league. And then from there, knew I wanted to do something in regards to exercise and training.
Why did you think that way?
Just because I loved it. I love playing footy. I love playing touch. I love going to the gym, being fit, athletic, all that stuff. Parents are both bodybuilders as well.
No way.
But not that I saw too much of that. Dad passed away when I was 1, so I never really saw him do much. Mum, she wasn't bodybuilding when I was growing up as well. So although I didn't see it, like it was, I don't know, maybe my blood, who knows. So I guess it's the training. And then I went to university and did a degree in sports science.
I know, like me.
Yeah, so we're scientists.
Yeah.
Pretty much doctors.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm a doctor.
Alright, next. You always knew you're going to be fittest. Tell us something not many people know about you, Liam.
Oh, you can't ask me that. I hate these questions, got no idea.
I want to make you blush. I want to make you awkward.
I'm already blushing. I blush really easily. Everyone probably knows this, but I'm terrible at English.
English?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm just mix up my words or.
Are you dyslexic? You could be. I'm dyslexic.
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Alright. Anyway, alright. So, what's the weirdest DM you received on Instagram? And I feel like you definitely would have received some weird shit.
This might be common for some people, but getting asked if I want to do like webcamming for money.
Oh yeah, I've got that.
Pays really well. But other ones, people wanted me or pay me for me to walk over them. Them naked, but yeah.
I knew I had a feeling you got some weird shit.
And yeah, just other ones like they just they usually just want to touch and do weird shit.
Dude, I've never got that. I've never been asked to touch. I've got to fucking go around asking people to touch them.
Oh, emails as well. Someone wanted me to privately film myself doing posing, flexing in naked and send it to them. They pay high amount of money.
Yeah.
No, I did not do that.
Yeah? Have you taken up any of this office, honestly?
No.
No, it's not even rolling right now.
It's not. No. the way I see it is like any footage, image of me getting out there like that.
Yeah, no,
it's
no,
just
yeah.
weird as shit. What's the weirdest one you've had?
Besides that, there's cash ones. There's there's video cash ones.
Yeah.
But hey, I've got.
Actually, all these cameras are full.
He actually hit me up like 2-3 weeks ago. Again, he relentless.
Yeah, consistent.
Consistent, yeah. So, what's your favorite snack? What your wife? You had a long day of work. You've had hard
snack
day.
Or meal or
snack like something filthy.
Maybe chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe caramel chocolate.
Let's see what, by the way, you can have it then.
Thank you.
Next one. Are you competing this year?
No, I don't think so.
No way. Why?
I was planning on doing Arnold's, which is in 3 or 4 weeks, but then I got sick, pneumonia.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Turns out I glandular fever at the same time. So that kind of threw me off a fair bit. I guess getting quite sick through the whole prep off. But
what's the difference between pneumonia
and
like flu?
Virus.
Huh?
Yeah, it's actually coronavirus. I'm spreading it right now. I don't know. Like I was sick for a while, and then I thought I was getting better. But then all of a sudden,
the second wave came, huh?
Yeah, I think just like I couldn't get air in properly. Like I went and bought an asthma puffer to try and get more oxygen in. I couldn't. Fevers. It got to the stage. The day before I went to hospital, I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm like, maybe I should go to hospital. I'm like quite sick. And I was like,
you know what?
Fuck it, I'll be right. And I was actually going to work the next day.
Fuck off.
Then I was like, maybe I should go to the doctor. And then he sent me to hospital straight away.
No way. Dude, fuck, I haven't been sick in a while, like where I'm like, I need to go to hospital. Like, you know when you need to go to hospital, like, you know, it's like you're in deep shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe competing next year, Arnold's.
Yeah?
March.
What category? Like, what's the...
Classic physique.
Classic physique,
It's more old school bodybuilding look.
Category.
Yeah, more old school bodybuilding look.
Yeah. Can you explain the categories?
Male, female, or...
Go male, then we'll go to female. Yeah.
Female's a little bit more difficult. Male, there's generally bodybuilding.
Yep.
So there's
biggest?
weight kind of categories.
Yeah.
Biggest is like over 100s. So that's where they pretty much wear the G-string. They just want to look as lean, as big, vascular as possible, but also symmetrical.
Yep.
So obviously both sides of the body, upper, lower, the 4 quarters. That's pretty much bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Classic physique is more weight restricted. So for your height, there's a weight limit. They don't wear the G-string. They wear kind of like short briefs or ones that come up and you see a little bit of bum. It's not an actual G-string.
Yeah.
That is ideally kind of a little more popular, but it is more kind of old school Arnold kind of look.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So it's not necessarily big kind of just huge dudes. It's more like aesthetic kind of flow, really kind of like a beautiful kind of physique. And the last one, men's physique. So what I used to compete in, or
is that with the shorts?
Yeah, the board shorts, or men's bikini, as some people call it. They originally didn't want them too big. It's more like kind of like a beachy look.
Yeah.
But over like the last few years, it's been getting bigger. So I think it's close to the stage where it's just like bodybuilders in board shorts.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, they only see the calves.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And females, slight. There's bikini, so that's I guess the less muscle mass kind of ones. Nice boobs, nice bum, nice shoulders.
Is it the most like the least lean bikini?
Yeah, least lean.
Yeah.
So generally like big bum, big shoulders. Not as lean as the other ones. There's like figure and bodybuilding, and those are a lot more masculine.
Yeah.
And there's other ones like fitness, which...
What does Money compete in? Figure.
I think figure, yeah.
Yeah, figure, yeah. Only figure.
Yeah.
And what are the girls that come to you, what are they mainly?
Bikini.
No, okay, fair enough. You want to get into other stuff or not really?
Yeah, I'd love to. So I do have a few guys. I had the guy who did the men's physique.
The Brazilian dude?
He was meant to
Yeah.
compete in a few weeks, but he had to get surgery because he had a carpal tunnel.
Yep.
He wants to stick with physique.
Yeah.
I'd love to bring on more bodybuilders as well, and some more females that are more kind of like the figure, or even the bodybuilding ones that more muscle mass as well.
Yeah.
I'd love to work with all kinds of like bodybuilding athletes.
Yeah, but like, if you guys don't know, like the amount of work that he like, if you like this is beyond my knowledge, so I'm not going to pretend. So like the amount of work you would have to do to prep someone for a comp is literally like I would imagine 4 to 5 times the amount of work you would need to do with a normal client. Like it's like massive, and then there's so many things that play like science, this, that, dealing with the person. Like it's a big fucking job. So whilst I don't like bodybuilding, I have a lot of respect for bodybuilders. You know what I mean? For the whole thing, you know what I mean? Yeah.
On the record.
On the record. This is all clear. Anyway, let's move forward. Moving forward. This is one I said excited for you to sort of talk about.
Yeah.
It's like, is it as simple as a calorie deficit with fellas? You know, with desires calorie deficit. Obviously, it is. Like the core of it is.
Yeah.
Okay. But go further and talk to us about like what you think about it. Why are you smiling at me?
I know. Continue the question.
Yeah, like, do you think people misinterpret it? Do you think people oversimplify it? Do you think people get it wrong?
I think tough question to ask, and I guess a calorie deficit is a calorie deficit. Like if you're not losing fat, you're not in a calorie deficit.
Yep.
I think, it does get said a lot: calorie deficit, calorie deficit, calorie deficit. But I think people also need to understand, you know, like if we weigh the same, I might eat, you know, a lot more and to maintain my weight, whereas you may eat a lot less, maintain your weight. So there is equations to work out how many calories you need for maintenance to maintain body weight. Yeah. Surplus, put on weight, and deficit, calorie deficit, lose weight, ideally body fat. But they're estimations. So I think that's what people can get confused with. Like, on paper, you know, I'm in deficit, you know, it's not working. Well, you're not in deficit because you're not losing. Yeah. Within a certain period of time, you might have 1 or 2 week period where, you know, everything's staying the same, and then drop.
So is that how you gauge? You're like, oh no, they're eating too much or they're not gaining. Is that the window that you give 2 weeks?
Generally,
to decide to change something.
It depends on the client. I also do sometimes more of a proactive approach.
Like,
so with my a bunch of my girls that are competing now, I'm changing their calories each week. So I'm trying to be one step ahead
of the plateau. Smart,
So it's more of a proactive approach rather than like a reactive. But then
I was going to do this with my 8 week challenge, but then I think the calories sort of ended up way too low. And I'm like, fuck this. But
but like a reactive approach, like my client who's the Paul's lost about 40 kilos over the 6 months.
You know what I saw him yesterday? Like he's even smaller than he was before. Like he's actually like a lean almost person. It's good on him.
The goal is to increase his calories now and put on a bit more muscle.
So how many calories is he on?
At the moment,
by the way, guys, this guy would have been a big boy, like a big human. And now he's probably maybe sort of like me, but maybe not as much muscle, but like, you know.
I don't know about that.
Get the fuck out of here.
So I did with him, he's dieted hard before, so I did a big deficit. I think it's on maybe 1,500-1,600 calories. So it might be a 40-45% deficit. I left that for 12-16 weeks. He's losing. I manipulated things such as training, volume, cardio, steps, that kind of stuff. So still trying to push a little bit phallus, but kept calories the same. And then he stayed the same for about 2 weeks. So I dropped calories a little bit more and drop. So that's more of a reactive approach. Whereas, so it depends on the client whether we're going to do a proactive or reactive approach.
Cool. What's the highest base calories you've come across?
A baseline someone?
No, baseline or just maintenance calories.
Someone who's eating that amount of calories and maintain body weight. For me or for clients?
Either.
Me, I'm a little bit different. I'm quite advanced. But I personally, I got to a stage where it was about 7,000 calories to maintain weight. That was, not enjoyable. Clients, I've had about 5,000 and he just, wasn't put on any weight and he couldn't eat anymore.
Yeah.
So that's when I'd use
horrible.
like
That's
liquid
not
calories.
horrible. Yeah, liquid calories, yeah.
Like 5,000 like daily. And he was vegan too. So made it a lot harder to get like protein in. He was just eating a lot.
I was going to ask you actually. So when you're bulking, what's your macro split? Or like how much emphasis do you put on protein?
Generally, protein stays the same for me.
Like 2 grams.
Around 2 grams, depending on the
body
client
weight
as
per
well.
kilogram.
Females are generally go a little bit less. Depends.
That's the
where
next
they
question, by the way.
So
Yeah, go.
females generally a little bit less, and depends on how much they're already eating protein. If they're eating like maybe 80 grams a day, and they're like 70 kilos, I don't want to jack that up to like 140 grams when they're from 80 grams.
Yep.
It's nearly double the amount. I'll slowly increase it, but I guess generally around maybe 2 grams, 2.2.
Yeah.
1.8, 2.2 per kilo body weight for the protein, and manipulate generally carbs mostly through a growing bulking phase.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I would imagine so. Is there like what's the biggest difference in your approach to like fat loss for male and female? You sort of answered there with protein, but yeah, what else? Like in terms of your training, in terms of like steps, in terms of everything, supplementation, whatever.
It's very individual dependent.
Yeah.
So,
But any like,
I guess we can go over a few things. So calorie wise, generally females a little bit less protein per kilo body weight. Fats I generally keep on the lower side. I generally like to keep the carbs up a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Purely before I want them having higher carbs, so better kind of energy output for training. Because I want them training as hard as possible in a deficit to try and maintain and even potentially build muscle mass.
Yeah.
That's basic with calories. I guess training, general volume changes. This is whether fat loss and muscle building. Females more lower body, males more upper body.
Yeah. I do too. Yeah.
Steps, individual dependent.
Yeah.
If someone does 6,000 a day, I'm going to jack them straight up to like 14,000 a day just to push fat loss. I'll slowly increase it. Cardio, individual dependent as well.
You a big user of cardio, no?
It depends. I use it as a tool for fat loss.
Yeah, fair enough. But like on what?
Depends. So like my...
like if someone's fat, would you use more cardio? Or if they're not fat, you would use more cardio?
It depends. It depends on a time frame. Like, so some of my bikini girls, some of them are starting cardio 8 weeks out, whereas I've been dieting since 16 weeks out.
Yep. Oh, you say like leave it as a tool, basically.
Yeah, so leave it as a tool for fat loss.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing one of my guys, yeah.
Yeah, so but for my client who lost 40 kilos, cardio was in from the start.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I wanted him moving more as well, and being quite overweight just for the cardiovascular benefits too.
Yeah, of course.
Which is going to also help his training performance as well.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of people forget, like when you're the more cardio fit you are, it makes training way more fucking enjoyable. You know what I mean? You're not like huffing and puffing and dying.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Apart from when I'm cutting, I have to do cardio. Oh no, what is it?
No. I was just laughing at you doing cardio. Like I've never seen you fucking do any cardio. Anyway, how do your exercises differ from someone that's a beginner to an advanced? Like I mean like general pop to like advanced.
Depends on the training phase. Depends on the individual. Like I don't get everyone to squat, deadlift, bench.
Yeah, I really do. Like especially beginners, there's absolutely no need for it at all.
My females, I get them to generally squat and deadlift a lot more than my male clients.
Yeah, why is that?
I find they can move a lot better.
Yeah, not as stiff, huh?
And you're an animal. I guess females more patient as well in regards to progression of load, whereas males
have more ego, I think.
Yeah,
definitely more ego.
And so I think females it's easy to kind of hold them back as well. So I generally get more so females to like squat and deadlift. Not everyone, and depends on, I guess, the training phase as well.
Yeah.
So like now they've got some of my clients that are, you know, getting closer and closer to the show. I've taken out like squats and deadlifts. It's not worth the risk versus reward. They're
injury,
super low calories.
Yeah, of course.
But I guess beginners, I generally get them trying to do most things like a squat variation. So it doesn't have to be like a barbell back squat. A hip hinge variation.
Yeah,
So,
that's exactly what I do. I'll do one
yeah.
hip hinge, one knee dominant. I'll call knee dominant.
Yeah.
Vertical push, vertical pull, horizontal push pull, and that's it out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but obviously you add a bit more force to it and whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe address some injuries. But yeah, sorry, keep
And I
going.
guess barbells and dumbbells.
You know, I don't like. There's no, for me, especially beginners, there's no point for them to even look at a barbell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we saying? Sorry.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dumbbells, yeah, I feel a lot more with beginners compared to the advanced.
Yeah. Okay, what are your thoughts on intra workout supplementation? So, guys, if you know what that is, it's like you know, it's like massive guys that like have
The nitty gritty.
yeah, nitty gritty. Here we are. There's massive dudes that like have like there's a coloured drinks during their workout, and yeah, what are your thoughts about that? And what are they? And yeah,
It depends. Depends on a lot of things. There, I don't think we won't get into it. But there's other ones where kind of a lot more advanced clients that could be using certain supplementation which the intra workout could benefit around.
Yep.
I think you know what I'm saying there.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking, just to clarify, we're talking about steroids.
Yes, steroids.
Okay.
So yeah, there's some people that use steroids around training where it could be beneficial
No,
to
of course.
use like insulin, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, but like outside of insulin, no.
Not that I'm 100% aware of.
Yeah. Do people take insulin before or after? Before.
You take insulin
Whenever, but yeah, but like ideally when I'm taking it.
Generally, people do take it before,
No way.
but it can be taken after. It can be taken throughout the day, like kind of like drip fed.
Yeah.
We're going way off topic here.
Hey, I'm curious. Yeah.
I think we should change subjects. I'm not a
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough,
endocrinologist.
Yes.
Maybe I am. So intra works are generally if you're working or if you train more than 2 hours, potentially like some carbohydrates would be beneficial.
Yeah.
Generally, no, you don't really need them. Like it depends, but very rarely someone will need it because it's generally there's either carbs or there's like amino acids. People drink branched chain amino acids, which there's only very very certain times that I'd use that, and that'd be with like a vegan or vegetarian client.
Yeah.
So they get a bit more leucine, so they hit the leucine threshold to stimulate muscle growth or muscle protein synthesis.
Liam, what's
Science.
leucine? Yeah.
Science.
Tell us what leucine is. I know what leucine, but you tell the people.
Jesus, an amino acid.
Yeah. Why is it significant? Actually, what's an amino acid?
No, fuck off. Do you want me to start asking some questions?
You fucking know. Yeah, it's like a piece of the protein. Like you got a protein's a big piece, and you got numerous amino acids. But leucine's a particularly important amino acid. For what reason?
I think we can continue. From memory, I haven't looked at this stuff for a while because
like it doesn't have to be like spot.
I guess it's the most important amino acid to stimulate or I guess like turn on muscle protein synthesis or muscle building.
Muscle growth, yeah. That's
all
I wanted. That's all I wanted. What were we talking about? Oh, I forgot.
Amino acids. So yeah. Only time I'd use the branched chain amino acids is with a vegan or vegetarian client to hit that leucine threshold to stimulate muscle protein synthesis.
Yep.
Grow muscle mass. That's pretty much intra workout. So the majority of people that are probably listening to this, no need.
Yep. Talk about like people that manage to lose fat but gain muscle at the same time. So like, you know, people often say you can't do that, but obviously you can. But like, I would love to hear your.
People say you can't, they're idiots.
Huh?
People say they can't do it, they're idiots.
Yeah, I know. But like...
Well, they're not idiots, but I guess...
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it.
What are the exceptions?
Exceptions in regards to...
Like, to gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time.
I call it, well, I guess it's called body recomposition. So where you're building muscle mass and losing fat at the same time. I think with beginners, it's a lot more easier and a lot more, you see a lot more.
Yeah.
Whereas advanced, it's a
Rarity.
lot more difficult.
Yeah.
I see it, especially when I get, I guess, intermediate clients or even some advanced, but they haven't really tracked everything before. And I give them a training plan.
Dude, that was me. That was me 2 years ago when I did my first 12-week shred thing.
Yeah.
Like just being on a structured, like a really good structured program, and then actually tracking my calories, doing steps, etc., etc. Like profound effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So when they come from doing, just training this, eat this, and I give them pretty much, training everything all in one to get the best result possible, then do find they do put on muscle mass and lose body fat at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, 1 second.
Good answer.
Yeah.
How am I going so far?
Yeah, you're going alright.
Just alright.
You're passing. You're just passing.
Just passing. I'll take that.
Okay. What's the most common macronutrient split you find yourself prescribing? So, guys, if you don't know what that is, it's like how much percentage of fat, how much percentage of carbs, how much percentage of protein do you usually prescribe? I know it's individualized. I know you're gonna say that, but like, do you have a favorite?
I don't go off percentages.
What do you go off?
I go off grams per kilo body weight.
Okay, then just work it off that.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Do we go into that?
Go.
So generally protein, females, it can go down to like 1.6. It can go a little bit lower, but I generally like 1.6 grams per kilo body weight, the minimum. And then you go up to 2.5, maybe a little bit more, but I don't think it's all that much of a benefit. So I generally do protein first, then I do fats, depending on what the client's doing, or it's a cutting or a growing phase. 1 gram down to 0.5 grams per kilo body weight.
Fat.
Yep, and the rest carbs.
Yeah, cool. I do protein. Yeah, okay. I do protein and carbs. Anyway. What are the adverse effects of having some of your clients on low? Like, what have we seen? Like, when you have like these adverse effects start happening when you start dieting, like, you get in a bad mood and all that stuff, whatever. Like both psychological and physiological. What do you mainly attribute to that to? Like just eating not enough calories, or like certain macros being
nothing to do with the macros.
Oh, just the calories, yeah.
Maybe if someone prefers more fat than carbs, I may change that. But ideally, I prefer more carbs. It's generally because they're dieting, or a biggest factor as well, recovery. They're not getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
Dieting, it's a hard thing.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So. You alright? You struggling over there?
I'm good.
Chocolate.
What are your thoughts? So I want to break some more common diets. So what are your thoughts on the ketogenic diet?
It depends.
Actually, what are your thoughts about people? Like, I've heard of people using it like close to a comp, or like big time bodybuilders using it. What are your thoughts on that, or what's the angle they're trying to play there? Like, what's the benefit of doing that?
I guess they're trying to get the person in ketosis.
Yep.
But from my understanding of what they're trying to do is just deplete glycogen as much as possible.
And refill it.
Yeah, get somewhat of a supercompensation effect. With my clients, I guess not necessarily trying to do keto, but closer to comp, especially before I fill them up with carbs, they're going to be like no carbs.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just like very, very similar. Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
Yeah, you're basically already there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on diet breaks?
I think a lot of people need to be careful with my words here. I think people, what's a good word to say? I think people diet breaks it's like a new magic thing. It's diet break, refeed. It depends on why you're using it. The biggest benefits that I see is recovery from like training. Yep. So you eat more food, so better recovery. Generally sleep better. Psychological.
Yeah.
A break from dieting for a period of time. But then also the psychological of going back in a deficit or back to a diet can be quite hard. Coming off like a diet break or refeed or whatever, you eat more food. Okay, now you got to diet again. It's just like can somewhat have a negative effect because people, clients like, they're used to eating that food because they've had a diet break, they want to go back to it.
Yeah, it's right.
Potentially more likely to binge rather than just going through the process.
So
I think a lot of people say too much in regards to it helps like leptin, ghrelin. From my understanding, from what I've read and learned from some of my mentors, and I learned from Menno Henselman's because I've done his course recently. Leptin is it's signal free.
By the way, what's leptin?
It's ghrelin's the hunger hormone. Leptin's the
fat. The fat storage.
Yeah. So yeah. I think it's the appetite.
Appetite. Yeah.
I think from memory. Oh fuck, threw me on the bus here. I said it.
That's fine.
But yeah, I think leptin's it's more so it's held within the fat stores. So people say when they have a refeed, leptin changes, but your body fat really hasn't changed. Maybe slightly depending on how much you had. So I think when people say too much, a resets metabolism, leptin, ghrelin, all of this stuff, to the degree that it helps, it's minimal.
Yeah.
I think leptin might increase or decrease, I can't remember exactly, for maybe a certain period of time after having like a day refeed, maybe like for 24 hours, but that's going to play no significant role in helping fat
the
loss.
overall thing, yeah.
Generally, if you have a diet break or a refeed, generally what is happening is you're prolonging the dieting process.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah.
It depends. I've used it for clients too, like some of my bikini clients, some more girls.
No, because they're losing too much fat too fast.
Like if they're cutting down for 16 weeks, I don't go 16 weeks down.
Yeah.
Calories up for a period and then go back down.
How often do you not even you personally, but like how often what's your mindset with going training to failure? Like, you see a lot of people in the gym, like they go balls to wall all the time, they train super hard every day. How often do you recommend you go to failure? How often do you go to failure? How often do your clients leading up to a comp go to failure? And what are your thoughts?
So I guess failure, there's a few different failures, like there's technical failure and muscular failure. So technical.
Muscular.
Yeah. Big compound lifts or big movements, never generally, I think the sweet spot is like maybe like 1 to 3 reps in reserve.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, reps in reserve is how many reps you could do without technical breakdown, or your form goes to shit pretty much.
Yeah.
So the majority.
Do you know how long it took me to learn that concept? I promise to God, I had like 2 or 3 programs before I actually understood that concept. Like it's weird. Like it's weird. What I'm trying to say here, but it's
trying to hold back.
Yeah, like no, it's like I don't understand that to ROI. You know what I mean? Like that didn't. I couldn't wrap my head around it. Then Kieran.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, generally majority of the time, I think that's a sweet spot between 1 to 3, maybe 4. But generally maybe 2 to 3 reps each time of failure, technical failure as well. Definitely with the big movements. Sometimes if it's like a seated leg extension,
It doesn't make a difference. You're not causing that much fatigue as a whole.
Yes and no. I think like the whole systemic fatigue from it. So going to failure, you are causing a bit of a stress to the body. So it all depends. I guess with my clients closer to comp, like I said, depending on the exercise and the amount of reps, I think higher reps you can get you can hit closer to failure. Yeah. Because load isn't that heavy and you shouldn't break down technique as much. It should be more muscular failure, like I said, like leg extensions. But yeah, clients getting close to the show, I don't want them going to failure at all.
Alright, yeah.
Unless maybe it's like a leg extension that they're doing like 20 reps or something like that. It's like, just
go whatever.
You should be sweet as long as recovery is there.
Yeah. I've covered all my questions. Is there anything that you want to particularly speak about?
I don't think so. Do I get to ask you any questions?
If you want to ask me questions, I don't know.
No, you've already said what's the weirdest one you had. What are you up to tomorrow night?
Nothing on this.
Bullshit, it's not what you said before.
I'm going to date, you happy? Fuck that, you can't that's rap.
It's on tip, man.
Nah, fuck that. No, you can't do that. I'm going to do that too. Alright guys, thanks for watching today. So big thank you to Liam.
You're welcome.
Yeah, for making an appearance here. And answering all the curveballs and the questions.
Yeah, there's a few in there.
Yeah, there was a few in there. You did well. And hopefully that helps you with your understanding of fat loss and bodybuilding. Because you know what, I'll tell you something on that note, sorry. If you're someone that like wants to lose fat, go to a bodybuilder because at least they know how to do it. Because there's so many PTs that actually don't know how to do it. So bodybuilders are like, that's their whole thing. It's like losing fat. So,
But even then, some bodybuilders are stupid.
touche.
Find the right coach.
Find the right coach, yeah. But yeah, so big thing to Liam for coming in, doing this today on relatively short notice as well. Liam, anything you want to say to the camera? I don't,
Give us a subscribe.
If you want to follow me,
no. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and keep up. We've got one more week.
Last week next. Yeah, this is the last week coming up.
Yeah.
Nearly done.
They're done. Is it anything you want to say?
how shredded are you planning on getting? For what, 10 more days?
Yeah, 10 more days. I'm not sure. It's obviously hard to quantify, but yeah.
How aggressive are you going?
I'm on 1,800 calories now.
So many.
Dude,
Drop it down.
No, I'm fucking dropping it down. Are you nuts?
Drop it down.
No, I already feel like shit. I feel like fucking like one of those mass murdered or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So mood's down.
Moves down. I'm
So
not even
sex drive.
it's around.
It's around. Yeah.
Text not gonna get after 2 days.
What do you call it?
Let's speak to you on Tuesday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Yeah, I'm not seeing her anymore. Thursday.
Guys. Anyway, alright, that's a wrap, guys. Thank you for watching.
Don't keep the bloopers in there.
Oh.